so excited to quickly share with y'all about a color appointment. Now, if you are watching this and you don't have a notebook or somewhere to take notes in front of you, I want you to pause me and run and go grab that because I'm going to talk fast. I'm going to give you a lot of information and you're going to want to write it down. Don't trust your brain unless you're driving, and then you can go back and listen to it later. Don't try to write things down and drive. So we're going to talk about a color appointment, and color appointments are so fun. Now, there's a few ways you can do them. You can do them individually with just one other person, or you can do them as a group or maybe a double, like just like a facial. I want you to think of this like a facial, like you do your parties, but just with makeup and a little bit different. They're a little more wild and crazy, and you really have to be prepared. Like, wear comfy clothes. Tip: wear something where you have sleeves, because chances are you're going to be like reaching over people, or maybe like, like, okay, like let's look. And you do not want to have on a sleeveless top and have your armpit showing all over. That goes for all parties, but just a little pro tip right there: wear a sleeve or a beauty coat. And just be prepared to have fun and go with the flow. So my first key is, after you book these, whether you book them to be a part of your portfolio or to model one of the looks that's in the lookbook, or to just get together and practice like doing makeup consultations, however you book it, they're pretty much going to be the same. And I'll explain that. So, and if you want more details on that, write that down. Anything you want more details on, write down. And then see if I answer them later on. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to want to make sure to pre-profile them. If you don't know these people personally, I would ask them to send you their most recent picture of themselves or a selfie in good lighting. That is so you kind of have an idea of what foundation shade they might be. Now, at my color appointments, I always do CC cream. Our CC cream, why do I always do CC cream? Because we only have, 5 shades or 6 shades, very light to very deep. So it's easy to match and people love it. It is one of my top selling products because it's easy to apply. Well, y'all already know this isn't a product class, so we can talk about that later if you don't know why CC cream is top selling product. I always demo CC cream. I will demo our 3D foundations if someone specifically asks or says that they like full coverage. But I'm going to try to just do that one-on-one. So maybe at the very beginning or at the very end or at a one-on-one consultation, because there's a lot more colors. They're harder to match, all of that. Now, if you are going to demo 3D foundation, if you're like, Caitlin, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine not demoing our 3D foundation. Like, that's all I wear, blah, 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 whatever it is. Mary Kay has these really cool boxes that are, say about the 3D foundation, and you can get them on InTouch under the section 2, and you can fill them up with all the foundations. It does take 2 to fill up, but they are super convenient. So we know that there's 2 formulas of 3D foundation: the matte, which have these purple labels, and the luminous, which have pink. So I personally wear matte because I have combination to oily skin. So combination to oily people like matte. Typically, normal to dry people like luminous. Now, I have friends, and I have dabbled in the luminous foundation because sometimes I just want more of a glow. My skin feels more dry, and so it can be personal preference. And you just want to talk to your guests a little bit about that. If they're like, don't know what matte or luminous means, typically they just have dry skin. So you're like, do you want that dewy glow, or do you like it to just look more matte? And then people will give you an answer. And it doesn't matter. They can try both and switch up the colors. Mary Kay has since said, since I got all my demos, that actually formulating testing people on the luminous foundation is better because they give more of a true shade, and it doesn't, like, if you put these in a tray and then you let them sit for a long time, they will, I can't think of the word, change colors a little bit, whatever that word is. There's a professional word. And you don't want that to happen before your customers can put that onto their face. So demoing the luminous, if you're going to build yourself some of these, build it with the luminous, and also don't squirt it until you're like ready to put it on people's faces. Okay, so I pre-profile them. I'm also going to want to ask questions. And if you don't do this in pre-profiling, like I'm suggesting, you can do it at the consultation if you're one-on-one, and you can also dive more in deep. But if you have a party, especially, do it before. So have them send you a picture. Ask what they're using on their skin right now and what their like typical makeup routine is like. And then ask, what, if anything, would you like to learn, or would you like to change, or are you not super happy with, or do you have questions about? Like, just very open-ended questions so you can learn. Like, does she love her makeup routine? Like, she's gonna send you the selfie and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, Charlotte, you're beautiful. And she's like, yes, I'm never gonna change the way I do my makeup. And you're gonna be like, you know what? That's fantastic. I'm gonna show you how to create that look with Mary Kay products. And that's what you're gonna do. Or she's gonna send you a selfie and she's gonna be like, I just feel like by the end of the day, my makeup's worn off. I have dark circles. You know, like I've never worn anything on my lips. My lips are dry, you know, whatever. She's gonna tell you. And then you're going to make note, and you're going to make really good notes. You're going to write down everything she says. As she's talking to you, you're going to be writing down, and just saying, okay. And if she isn't on Mary Kay skincare, a lot of it could be skincare related. You're going to learn. So that's where the fun comes in, the extra cherry on top fun. So you're going to make notes of that because you're going to want to make sure to get together with her for a full skincare consultation, for our full, you know, spa night like we normally do, afterwards. But you're just gonna take notes. Okay, yes, I can help with. Okay, and just write it down, keep asking questions, write it down, you got it. Also ask her skin type, of course. And then if you can't tell her age, ask her age too, if that makes a difference. If you're like, do you mind me asking what's your age? And just ask as many details as you need. The more you know, the better you can do. And you're going to take notes of all this. Okay, so then when they arrive, you're still going to have them fill out a profile card. I say fill out this whole profile card, and the very top of this sales ticket. And sometimes I'll like tuck it in. I'd be like, I know it's duplicate, but just like at least put your first name and last name and the date on here. And I just leave it just like that. You can like tell them they can leave it like that. So the only place you don't want to fill in is the foundation type. So go ahead and leave that blank, and you don't need to fill out anything on the back. Okay, so as we're going along, as they're coming in, because if it's a party, people come in staggered, I'm going to foundation match them. You can tell them to come with or without foundation and makeup on, but I'm going to be foundation matching them. So I'm going to be walking around with my tubes, and I'm going to say, okay, can I put just like a little bit of this on your cheek? I'm going to squirt her a little bit, tell her to just put a little bit on her cheek, rub it in, and you're going to make sure that it matches her cheek, her chest. Don't look at her neck, look at her chest. And then see if that's a good match. People make the mistake of matching to your neck, and you can blend down to your neck, but typically people's foundations, like you're looking at me straight on, my face matches my neck. My neck, if I don't put tanner or whatever on it, it is so white. So if I match my foundation to my neck, I would look like a ghost. So little foundation tip, do it right there, and then say like, don't worry, like we're gonna take it off. So, you know, just put it on there. Okay, you might have to do a couple. And then after you do a few, you're going to get better at matching foundation, because you're going to say, oh, Susie was light to medium. Okay, well, Debbie just walked in and she's a little bit tanner, so I'm going to try medium to deep. Do you see how that helps? Okay, so match their foundation, and then I'm going to have everyone start with skincare. Now, if this is a one-on-one and it's a really good customer, guess what I'm going to do? Still have her start with skincare. She's going to say, oh, but Caitlin, I did my skincare this morning. And I'm going to say, oh, that's okay. So I just want to make sure. So we're just going to go ahead and just do it really quick. Won't take more than a few minutes. And then she's like, no, Caitlin, I did all my boosters, all my serums, my moisturizers, everything. Like, I promise I did it. Then I'm like, okay, I won't make you wash your face again. But 9 times out of 10, I have them do their skincare again. And I'll just have them do the cleanser, moisturizer, and whatever we use, and eye cream. So those just at minimum, just to do it really quick. And I tell them skincare makes the biggest difference. You might have had some concerns, or you might not love your makeup. And I would say 50% of the time, it goes back to what you're doing on a daily basis under your makeup. You know, my grandma used to say, and you can tell this, be like, my directors always told me that you can bake a cake. Is anyone a baker? I asked, is anyone a baker? Okay, you're a baker? Okay, you bake? Okay. So what if you made a cake? You did everything right, but you didn't add the eggs. What would your cake look like? It would be like lumpy and clumpy, and you'd be like, what did I forget? Okay, you could try to cover it up with frosting, right? Like you're bringing this to a birthday party. You want it to look beautiful. You're going to frost it. But like those lumps and clumps, like, it's still going to be like, people are gonna be like, what did she do? That's kind of trendy right now, so maybe you can get away with it. But with your skin, the eggs are the skincare. So if you don't take care of your skin, no matter how much makeup you put on top, your skin is not going to have that beautiful glow that you want it to. Your makeup isn't going to lay flawlessly. It's not going to stay all day. So we want to make sure that we're starting with skincare. So everyone, if they have bowls of water, you can do it here, or you can take them to the sink. Probably suggest keeping them sat. And I see, so I want everyone to grab, I'm going to give you a little bit of cleanser, or maybe it's already in your tray. And I want you to just cleanse one hand, okay? Only one. Okay, cleanse one hand, then dry it, wipe it off. And now I just give you a little bit of moisturizer. I guess they have it in their tray because we're going to do this on their full face in a second. So take the moisturizer. Okay, moisturize that one hand. Okay, now I want you to dry your hands. And now I'm going to give you a little bit of CC cream. Now, this is not the color I matched you to, which, by the way, I forgot to leave out. You write the color you match them to down here where it says foundation type, or somewhere on the card where you can easily see it. Okay, so don't forget that and tell them this is your shade. I'm gonna write down here so we don't forget. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a color foundation that is not your color. And if they are very white, you're gonna give them very deep. If they're very bronze, you're gonna give them very light. Okay, so you're gonna give them the opposite of, like, the far opposite of what they are. Then you're gonna have them first put just a little bit on the hand that they didn't wash, and then a little bit more on the hand, or a little bit, not more, because you just have cleanser, wash it off, moisturizer, a little bit on here, and have them compare. It is insane, the difference. And if you've never done that, your first challenge is to go do that and send me a picture. Let me know which hand looks better. Like, looks smoother, it doesn't have wrinkles, like, it's wild. So you say, if this just did this to your hand, imagine your face. So let's wash our faces, take them through cleanser, moisturizer, eye cream. Boom, fast. Only eye cream underneath their eyes. Okay, then we're gonna start with primer. I say that this is like, you would never paint your house without using primer, right? Like, does anyone a painter? Like, if you've got this beautiful piece of furniture, you're gonna paint it because you want it to last. Like, you're putting a labor of love into it. All right, we put a labor of love into our skin, and it only takes less than 3 seconds to put foundation primer all over your face. It's gonna hold your makeup on longer, and it's also gonna fill in any signs of pores, fine lines, wrinkles. It's gonna help prevent creasing, all of that, by just one simple product. Plus, makes your skin feel like silk, and it has SPF 15 too. So go ahead, put it all over. It feels kind of jelly, but just rub it in everywhere, you know. And I say, make sure to get it everywhere. Make sure to get it really rubbed in. Okay, they put foundation primer on. Then I'm going to give them their foundation, their CC cream, whatever it is. Now, in the beginning, I opened the party. I thanked the hostess. This is a hostess party. I gave my eye story. I did all that stuff like I normally do at a regular party. Now it comes a time where they're going to start putting stuff on their face, and I'm going to thank my hostess again. I'm going to say, okay, you guys, because Susie is just so amazing. I only have one set of brushes, and she, for being our hostess, aren't you so glad she invited you? And aren't you so excited? Yes. Okay, so brushes make a huge difference, and I'm going to let her use my professional brush set. So as she's going along and doing her makeup, she's going to have these brushes. Now, that's if I only have one set. If I have multiple, I'm going to try to give out as many sets as I can. Or I might say, I only have one professional brush set. And makeup brushes truly do make a huge difference in how your makeup is applied and how it stays. So I'm going to let Susie use it because she's our amazing hostess. Aren't you all so happy? I do have a few that aren't demos that I have for y'all if you want at the end. And if you just know, like, okay, I want new brushes, like, I'm ready, I can go ahead and open it for you, and we'll write it down. We'll, like, I'll go grab them really quick, and you can just start using it. And that way you know how to use your professional brushes. So I'm going to do that. That's a way to sell them, or you can let people use it, whatever, and make a huge deal about brushes. If you have demo brushes, and if you don't have demo brushes, start just adding 1 or 2 to your order each time you order. So you just start accumulating. They don't have to be in these fancy bags, even though this is what our brush collection goes in. Foundation brushes do make a huge, huge difference. I would maybe start with those, and then our cheek brush, because that's a huge seller, and then go into the eyes, because you do have these applicators that you can get off of Mary Kay InTouch. And yes, they're not like ideal for a beautiful look, but they do the trick if you don't have brushes. So, and that kind of goes for everything. If you don't have anything, if you don't have like some of this, don't feel like you need to have everything before you start. Okay. Like comment or however you're watching, say, I promise I will not overthink this. I will have fun. I will make the best of it. And I don't have to have everything perfect. Okay. Right. Because your first party is not going to be perfect. Just know that. So the only thing I will tell you is if you have a bunch, like you invested in Mary Kay brushes and then you have a bunch of old brushes that you're like, oh, I could use these for demo. Don't you dare. Don't you dare use the brushes that are not Mary Kay brand. Because then what is that telling people? That they can go buy other brands of brushes and they'll be just as good. And we know that that's not true. If you have your own brush set and you don't have a demo right now and you just like are like, Kaylin, I can't do this without having brushes for people to use. You can clean your brushes. I would clean them at least 24 hours in advance so that they dry with Dawn dish soap. Make sure to keep them, face down as you're cleaning them so no water gets in here, but that will desanitize them and then you could have the hostess use them. So that is a trick. And then if you only have one brush set and you just feel like they're going to want to share, or maybe they don't know, whatever, keep a brush cleaner handy. This is Mary Kay's brush cleaner. It's $10 retail. So it's $5 wholesale, and keep some paper towels and you can just spray the paper towel and then just like clean it off. Or if you like only have one for people to use, you're gonna be doing multiple colors. Okay, that's another trick. Okay, so where were we? Foundation. Now I tell them about the CC cream, which we're not going into product details, but we'll talk more about that. Or you can go on Mary Kay In Touch and read all about it or listen to all the videos about it. They also have videos on how to do this color equipment. Okay, next, we're gonna do it like a dash out the door makeup look. And the thing I want you to remember is women do their makeup. Why? To feel beautiful, to feel more confident. And sometimes when they do it, they still don't feel beautiful and confident. And that's why they're coming to you 9 times out of 10 is like, they want to feel better when they put their time, effort, energy, money into doing their makeup. And I want you to remember that, like above all else, if she wants to take blue lipstick because that's what makes her feel good, that is what makes her feel good. And you're going to affirm that. And you're going to be like, that looks fantastic on you. Like, don't lie to her. But if she's like, I love this is the only color I'm using, there's nothing you can do. Don't try to change that. But also, compliments go a million miles. Tell them how beautiful they look, how great that looks on them authentically. Or if they put on a color that's just like not for them, tell them and be like, okay, you know what? I feel like that didn't bring your eyes out as much as I thought it was going to. Like maybe that would might look better with a different color shirt. Like if they have on a pink shirt, they want to let's try a different color. And you're going to keep a whole bunch of cotton rounds and a whole bunch of eye makeup remover and blush on hand because you want to help these women. You want to help whoever you do a color appointment with feel beautiful and try things they normally wouldn't try. If you have her come to the appointment and you let her try the exact same colors that she always does, and you pre-profiled her and she was saying that she just wants to feel better, you're doing her no good. Have her try color. I always look at the eyeshadows or the blushes or the lip colors and say, okay, what would you normally pick? What's your normal go-to color? What would you like to try, but you're kind of scared, or gosh, I think that would look beautiful. My, best friend wears that color. I just don't know if I could pull it off. And I'm like, try it. This is a safe place to learn, to have fun. It's just makeup. We can take it off. We can start over, but try and have fun. And if you want to do one color on this side of your face and this color on this side of your face and have 2 different looks, see what makes you feel best, or 2 different techniques, let's do it. So give them the confidence and the, not reassurance, but the ability to just have fun and to play. And that's why I said these appointments are so fun. They're wild and crazy. There's no perfect appointment because there shouldn't be. It should be fun. So just know that going in. You're going to make sure everyone's CC cream, make sure everyone's CC cream matches. And then you're going to give everyone a little bit of translucent powder. And I'm going to tell them, or actually, if they have really oily skin, I'm going to give you a little bit of translucent powder. If you have really matte skin, we're going to wait and do translucent powder at the very end. So I'm going to give them a little bit you can use this brush, or if you don't have brushes at all, you can use a cotton round, dip it, and then kind of stipple. I say don't rub, stipple, okay? All over. This is gonna set your makeup, and it's also, you can also use Silky setting powder if you're like, okay, so CC cream is a light coverage foundation. If you want more of a full coverage foundation, then you can apply Silky setting powder in your color on top. Now, I don't have demos of every single color of this. So if you want to try it on the back of your hand, it feels like silk. But we're all going to do the translucent powder today. And if you want, I can I have them for you to take home. So I always like try to make them know that I have this, they can take home because I have inventory. So I probably have your color on hand. So if you're like, Caitlin, I need that, I want it, I can go grab you one if I'm at home. If I'm not, then I'm like, ah. And I say Mary Kay also has 100% satisfaction guarantee. You can add this in whenever. So if you get this color, let's say you didn't try this color today, you're like, you get home, you put it on, doesn't work. Call me and I can switch it out as many times as you need until you find the right shade. So I just want y'all to know that that's for all of our products. I will switch it out. I am your beauty consultant. You have me. I am yours. So use me and let me help you. I want you to be your most confident self. I want you to feel so good doing your makeup routine, so good doing your skincare routine, because you know you're going to feel beautiful when you do it. It's going to help you reach your goals. It's products that work. They've been tried, tested, they're safe, all the things. And every single time you use these products, you're helping me and hundreds of thousands of other women all around the world accomplish their dreams and gain confidence and impacting our families directly. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so we do that. Now we're going to go to blush. And if you want, so I have two compacts. These are Mary Kay compacts. One that has all of the blushes, the contour, and the highlights, and one that has all of the eyeshadows. Now, I want you to remember that don't go crazy, but if you're like so excited about makeup, you're going to be doing lots of makeup appointments, invest in this and know that these are all tax deductible. Keep track in your My Customers app, create a demo person, like their first and last name is demo, Caitlin's demo, and put all these products in there. Make it sure it's zero so it doesn't look like anyone paid you. And then at the end of the year, you'll take those out of your sales tickets, like that was not a sale, and you'll know how much you demo. Do that for all your demo, and then also do that for your personal use. Create a Caitlin's personal use. And every time you take something out of your inventory, because you should be using it from the tip of your head to the very bottom of your toes, add it to that like you got a sale, but zero it out. And then when you export at the end of the year, make sure to take those out so that you can tell your accountant. Okay, you can also use your own colors. Now, you do want to make sure that they're clean. So if you ever get an eye infection, any type of infection, an open wound, sore, big breakout, make sure to clean these. And you're just going to get a little spray bottle, spray a little bit of rubbing alcohol on it. It will make them go away faster. A little bit rubbing alcohol, then clean it with a paper towel, and they should desanitize. It will make them go faster, but just know that. So you can take it, you have a big compact like this, and you're doing, let's say, this Valentine's look that Mary Kay posted on InTouch, or you're doing a look from the lookbook. You can bring just these colors in a compact so she can see that she can take these home. This could be her palette, and she doesn't have to get a giant one. Do you see what I'm saying? And you don't have to have all the demo products. You can just have these. So that's another tip. You can also do the 4 eyeshadow one, or you can use Mary Kay color cards. These are available on Mary Kay InTouch under ordering section 2, and you can just scroll down. There's 3 different colors. There is the green eyes, blue eyes, and brown eyes. I have all 3, and you can give people choices, or you can just buy a whole set of one. I would recommend doing, oh gosh, what was it? I think it's the green eyes. I think it's the most neutral. Doing all green-eyed ones, and y'all, they won't even notice that it was made specifically for their eye, and people don't care. These are cool because it tells you exactly what colors, and it also tells you where to apply them. And then it has you just peel off this little piece of plastic. This is the colors. There's actually, you can rub on them. They will come off. They work really well. So 3 eyeshadows, blush, and a lipstick color. If you do not have a bunch of demo products or a ton of products for yourself, which you should be having them for yourself, that's a whole nother story for another day, but you should make sure you're using Mary Kay head to toe too, because you do not want her to compliment your blush and you're like, I didn't use Mary Kay blush. Okay, rest my case. So you can use these and they're like $4. I think that you get like 10 in each. And you could just use these, like just have them try these colors. You can also get liquid eyeshadows if you don't have all the eyeshadows. I love these liquid eyeshadows, especially for a dash out the door look. They're so beautiful. They're so easy. They have this dough tip applicator. So just take it out and then put it in their tray. For sanitary reasons, you don't want them to put this on their eye. Do not let them do that. If you are doing a big party, I would recommend doing these. Yeah, just do these, do all these colors. You can bring your other colors to show them, but do these. Just trust me, it'll save your life. Make it so much easier. Also, these for eyeshadows and these for lips are available on Mary Kay InTouch as well as the mascara ones that you put in a mascara. Like, you will not let anyone use this. Please say, yes, Caitlin, I promise I won't. So you'll dip the applicator in it, twist it around, and then tell them, like, I know normally you'll probably do like 4 or 5 pumps, but I can only do 1 dip per person. So please try to make it work per each eye, okay? Do not give her a million applicators. You're wasting your own stuff. People are understanding. And they want to be sanitary, like for sanitary reasons. They understand, y'all. No one wants that's like a bad thought. We don't want an infection. Don't say that word because that's a bad word to say. Like, you don't want to put that in people's head. But okay, where am I? So we did that. We're gonna do blush. If people are like wanting to know how to contour, I would direct them to one of our like events that we have coming up and text me and be like, oh my gosh, this week I had like 4 people ask about contour events. Can we do one? And we will plan one. Or you can be like, you know what, I would love to teach you how to contour, but it's so different for every person's face shape. Let's set up a time and you and I can get together one-on-one. We can do that. It won't take very long. That way, like, we make sure to get it right for your face and I make sure you're really confident doing it. And set up a time with her. So only do blush. Do that for any products that aren't like that I don't mention today. Or any specific questions. Don't go on a tangent if you're at a party for a random person. Now, if it's a one-on-one, not for a random person, but for like, show her attention and make her feel loved and heard so much so that you want to get together with her one-on-one, but don't take away from all the other people that are there, or you'll have yourself a 4-hour party and no one wants that. They don't want that. You don't want that. Your husband doesn't want that. Your dog doesn't want that. No one wants it. Okay. Next, for blush, you want to teach them how to use the Mary Kay brushes. And that might be a training if you'd like me to do on another day. Or you can watch some of the Mary Kay InTouch videos, go back on Girls Night In, look at all the old recordings that we have, or just ask me if you don't think that they're anywhere, they're not sufficient, and I would love to do one. So comment if that is something you'd like. With the blush brush, I just realized I don't have one right here for me. You really want to show them there's a little indent on one side and it's slanted, okay? So if you put the finger on the indentation, it will have a pointy side. This is not the blush brush, okay? And that is how you contour. Right there, with the pointy side. I'm backwards, okay? If you flip it over and you put your thumb in the indentation, okay? So pointy side or non-pointy side, the flat side, that is how you're gonna do your blush. You can stipple and then blend. And then highlighter is with that very bottom of the slant, okay? So just, a trick with blush is you don't want to go closer than 2 fingers to your nose and you don't want to go under your nose. That is like easy way, not closer than 2 fingers, not under, to tell them where to put their blush. Okay, next, and if they get too much, because Mary Kays are so pigmented, another thing with the compacts, okay, I'll finish that. This is getting long. Okay, blend it out. Get one of these big boys, say, we can blend that. Susie, don't worry, just let's blend. Do not let them touch, ever, their fingers to their face, because you'll get oil, gunk to your face, and that will actually make whatever color you're trying to blend stick more. So blend out, blend out, blend out. Okay, with the compacts, when you introduce them, like when you're going into starting to do color, blush and eyeshadow, all that, say, okay, has anyone ever bought one of those like massive compacts that cost like $80 because you wanted one color. Okay, I know you don't have to admit it. You don't have to admit it, but I know that you have probably bought a compact at the store for too much money to only use one color, right? Okay, so Mary Kay has solved that problem. We have 3 sizes of compacts that you can choose from. So if you're like the makeup glam girl, you want every color, all the options, you switch it up, you're gonna want this bad boy. Okay, if you're like, Caitlin, I'm simple, I'm easy, I love my look, I love my, I like to have options, but not too many. This is for you. Or if you travel a lot, this is for you. We can customize it. And if you're the simple girl, you only wear a few eyeshadows, you're never going to try blush, then you can use, and I show them the little 4 one. This, or we can do little eyeshadows in this one, blushes in this one. So the coolest part about these is they're all customizable. They're all customized to you. So each one of these blushes and eyeshadows are magnetic. So we can fill up this compact, and I show them like, there's only one on this side now. It's not going to fall out. You can refill your eyeshadows and your blushes and all that. Not only can you customize it, but you're going to be able to fill this one by one by one. So, I use this color every single day, no matter what look I'm doing. So I go through it the fastest. Okay, I can just replace that, and each eyeshadow is only $8 and each blush is only $14. I mean, yeah. So say no more to buying whole compacts just for one color. Mary Kay has solved that for us. So I told them that you want to make sure to really, really hype that up, because that's a huge selling point for Mary Kay. What else? So do that, mascara, brows, eye and lip liner, and eyeliner. Okay, so I do not let people use those products because they come in a tube, which I can't even find. I got some out. This is an old eyeliner. I don't think we have this one anymore, but they come in a tube, and this one you could actually sharpen down. Ours right now you can't anymore. You can spray them with alcohol and rub them down if you really want to, but for time's sake, if it's a party, I do not. I'm like, oh my gosh, I would love, or I'll take one girl who's like very insistent on it. And I'm like, okay, I'll let you do it. And everyone else can watch, but like just for sanitary reasons. And like, that's really something that we can do at a one-on-one. A trick with eyebrows is they should end. If you look straight, go to your nose, go past your eye. Okay. So this camera's backwards. That is where your brow should end. Okay. You see that? Then if you go in front of your nose, or wait, no, straight, that is where the arch should be. If you're looking straight, and that is the center of your eye, that's where your highest point should be. And then if you go right beside your nose, that is where the middle should be. So that's how you can tell them. And you can just do that trick. Be like, if you do brows that way, Mary Kay does have phenomenal brow products, and you can kind of give them like a quick little tutorial and like tell them about our brow products, but don't feel like you need to have every person try it. And yeah, so just know that, and be like, we do brow events sometime, like write down brows if you want me to invite you, or if you want to get together one-on-one, I can have you demo it. Same with eyeliner. I don't let people do the eyeliner, but I do demo it. I tell them it's waterproof, it's creamy, it feels amazing. We have, do we have 3 or 4 colors now? I can't even remember. And same with lip liner. So I demo it, I tell them about it, and that's a lot of our makeup products, like not a lot of them, but those, we don't have ways of demoing, and people understand that. And I want you to understand that, and like give yourself permission. Like if you don't have something to demo, just say like, oh my gosh, you know what? I wish we had demos of that product, but we do not. But I would love to tell you about it. And we have that 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if you get it and you're not satisfied with it, then I can always swap it out for something different for you that you're gonna love. So I'm sorry we can't do that today. Like just bounce off and move on. Don't jump in, because you could, like I said, be there for 4 hours. Okay, lips. If you are doing these color cards, I would recommend you can get these off of InTouch, or you can order a whole bunch off of Amazon. Can't remember what the price difference is, or if there's one's better or not, but whatever, that's what that is. I would do that so they don't have to use their finger. For the liquid eyeshadows, I would show them our cream color brush, or let them use their fingers. Same for CC cream. I'm like, if we don't have enough brushes, I'm like, y'all are gonna use your hands. These would apply much better. Watch Susie, she's using the brushes. Like, it's a lot easier. But for today, I'm gonna give you the basics and then teach you how to use the brushes. And when you get your own or you're at home or you invest in your Mary Kay ones, you'll have those. Okay. If you have full size lip gloss or lipsticks or lip glosses, but especially lip sticks, do you see how ugly this lipstick is? Okay. So you can, like, I don't think y'all can really see. Like, it looks like it's just like a normal slant, but that is actually because when I take this, and let's say again, you don't have a ton of demos, but someone's insistent on using a color that you have in your purse, do not let her put this on her lips. But also do not like take her color and rub it on the very top where you put your lips, just for sanitary reasons. So I would unscrew it all the way and take it off this very edge. Now, if it's a brand new, like this is a full demo one, you can take it off the top. And I say, I'm going to give you a lot because again, this is the first one saying I can't double dip. So I'm going to give you quite a bit. So, you know, it might be too much. Flip over the applicator to get to the other side, but I don't want it to be too little. So there's your lip color. And then same for lip gloss. I will dunk one of these in here and I will not double dip it. And if I feel like they want to try multiple, then I'll put this. You can also put this in their tray. Like if you're walking around billing and they're not quite ready yet. So again, just have fun. It's wild, crazy. Be ready to move. I always have them set with powder and really I'll come to one of my makeup classes if you haven't, or ask me to do one for you. If you have like 10 girls lined up that you'll commit to having there, I'll come do one for you and you can learn, take notes. It'll be fun. I always set with finishing spray. I say this is the most important product that you never even knew that you needed, or you might not know you needed. And I use the hairspray analogy. So I use a lot of analogies to pull these in, like hairspray analogy. How if you're wanting your makeup to last all day, like, yes, you curled it. Yes, you use the heat. Yes, you use the highest quality tool, but you want to set it. And if you really want your makeup to last all day, like you're going to a gala that night, but you have a brunch in the morning and a something, like you can set your foundation as many times as you want with this. And you can also carry it in your purse to kind of liven up your makeup. If you feel like you're starting to look a little drab because you've been talking to a million people at that gala, like go in the bathroom, spruce it up. It'll lighten it up. It's fantastic. Okay. I think that's it. So also at the end, like, okay, how's everyone like their makeup? Do you feel beautiful? I have everyone go around. I'm like, okay, so before we wrap up, I do just want y'all to flip over your card. And on the right side, it says you can give up to 10 friends the gift of a complimentary facial. And that is the biggest compliment that you can give me. Like I told y'all in the beginning, my team and I, we are working so hard to earn a pink Cadillac. And the only way that I grow my business is by word of mouth. So when you refer a friend and you tell her, like, hey, get together with Caitlin. She's so fun. She'll make you feel great. You'll have a blast. You can invite friends. I will give you free products. I'll give you $10 for every friend who books a party with me or has at least 3 guests at her appointment. Oh, okay, we back. And then I will also give her some freebies for being one of your friends. And then also the more guests she has, the more fun it is and the more I'll give her as well. So we're going to play a really quick game. Whoever fills this up first is going to get a ticket. And then if you need like another piece of paper, I can let you keep going. Whoever puts on the most is also going to get a little gift or whatever your referral game is. Do that. Don't forget to ask for referrals. Then I say, and who had fun, by the way? Yes, did you have fun? Who has other colors that they want to try? Yeah, do y'all want to try different colors? Okay, how about this? So aren't y'all so glad Susie invited you? Yes, like say thank you, Susie. Okay, so when 2 of y'all book either your own facial experience where we do spa products and masks and get your skin feeling, looking beautiful, or a makeup where we do this just like we did, and you have at least 3 friends there, then and 2 of y'all book, I'm going to give Susie her compact for free or her brush set for free or something for free. I'm going to give her $50 and $25 in free products for each one of you who agrees to help me even more in earning our team's pink Cadillac. As a just giant thank you and hug and a gift that we'll keep on giving, I will shower you in free products. And that doesn't even include what you'll get at your party. So who's the party? Who's like, yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I could gather a few friends. Yes, I'd love a spa night or to try new colors next time. Okay, so okay, go write that down. Put little hearts on your promo card, and we'll get that set up at the end and help Susie get her $50. Woo! Okay, so I would love everyone to go around, and this is my favorite part. This is where I want you to just feel beautiful. I want you to tell us what your favorite thing is that you tried or what kind of surprised you. Like, look in the mirror, and you can hold your mirror up. I always don't forget to tell them they can lift their mirror up. And I tell them that in the beginning so they can, when they do certain products, no one ever looks good looking from this angle. So hold it up in natural lighting. And I say, so you tell us what your favorite thing is, and then we're going to tell you what we think of your makeup look. And this is really cool because sometimes, Sherry tried a blush and she's like, ooh, this is way out of my comfort zone. And we're all like, oh, that looks so good. And she's like, really? And we're like, yes. And she's like, okay. And it like kind of gives her permission to like it. Because when we try something new, it can be scary. We're like, does this look good? We're like, yeah. So people affirm her, give her compliments, love. She feels amazing and beautiful. She loves the products even more. And then I go around the table, have everyone do that. Now I say, okay, I know that talking about, skincare, your confidence, your budget, that's not something that we want to do in front of all of your girlfriends. So I'm going to go ahead and if y'all will grab each one, grab your tickets. We're going to hop up and go have some drinks, have some fun. And I'm going to snag each one of you, whoever's ready to chat first, just get your feedback, talk about if there's anything you want to take home tonight. If you have more questions to get your follow-up appointment booked. I know, Betty, you wanted to try the 3D foundation, so we're going to make sure to get that follow-up. And Sherry, you wanted to try this, so we're going to make sure to get that follow-up set up. And so y'all go grab refreshments. I'll be right here. And if you have, when you're ready, so who wants to chat first? Does anyone have to go? Okay, you have to go. Okay, let's chat really quick. I missed the part. Before that, I do the close, and I use the closing sheet. And throughout, sorry, you'll be taking notes because this is kind of jumbled. I have people they'll start saying oh my gosh, I love that color, and I'll be like, okay, write that down, just secondhand, scratch it on a line, okay, just so we don't forget, because they will forget. They're gonna try so many products. They're gonna hear about so many products. They'll forget what they even wanted. You don't want that. So you can also have them flip it over and write it on the back on this side. Or you can bring them a piece of paper. So however it works, just make sure you have them writing stuff down and make sure they have a pen and paper. Make sure to book those second appointments. And then also say at the end, because hopefully you've shared your story, a little bit about the Mary Kay opportunity. You can say, okay, Sherry, I just loved your energy and you have such amazing friends. I would love, oh gosh, I just lost my wording. I say this all the time and now I just lost it. Would you ever consider doing something like Mary Kay for extra money or for girlfriend time or just to learn or get your products at a discount? And then be quiet. And she might have to think about it and be like, I totally value your opinion. And I shared a little bit tonight, but I would love to just share the facts with you. I'm learning to share these. So would you be open to doing just a quick 15-minute call with me and my director? No pressure, but just so you know all the information, because I know an educated woman doesn't like it to make a decision before she knows all the facts. And I think that you might be surprised. Again, no pressure. I'll have a little gift for you for doing that. But can we go ahead and get that set up and share with them right there? Now they might be like, actually, I have been looking for a way to make extra money. And you can be like, well, can I tell you a little bit more about the Mary Kay opportunity? And you could share with them right there and say, it's only $35 to get started. Do you want to go ahead and get started today? And then that way, when we get together next week, we can go ahead and get you started. You can start making extra money right away and be ready to send her the link. So, anyways, I'm sure I forgot things. Comment your questions. That's just real quick, the basics of what I do. Some really important keys. Let me look. I did take 2 notes before this. Hey, hold on. I am live. Does anyone have any questions? I can see Facebook user commented. Yeah, okay. I think that's, let me know what questions you'll have. I hope that this is helpful. And this is also something really fun you can book from the people at your skincare classes. to get together with you to do a makeup class, especially if you're like working to grow your customer base. Like each time you see them, you're building that relationship, you're tying them to you. Like think of that waitress that does everyone have a waitress that they like love? Okay. You're like, you go to the restaurant, you sit at her table. Okay. So if you only had her once, you would not consider her your waitress, right? Like she would just be a waitress. Okay. She has a name too. We'll call her Macy. If you go twice, you'd be like, oh my gosh, I had you last time. Like, so good to see you. You feel like you kind of like her now. You go the third time and you're like, oh my gosh, Macy, yeah, I got your section again. And then the fourth time, like you're going to ask for Macy's section because she knows what you like. She knows what you want to drink, all the things. Like you are tying her to you. So if the same people keep coming to your parties, that's okay. Like let that happen. You want new people, but if they're buying, if they're respectful, if they're like all the things, let them keep coming. Now, if they're not nice, don't buy, and you're wasting your time, then let's talk and you can draw the line. But don't be upset about that. That's actually a great thing. And when someone uses Mary Kay makeup, skincare, body care, let's say head to toe, like all the things, the more products they use, the more they're going to order from you, the more consistent they're going to be, the closer tied to you they are, and the more that they're going to be open to trying, trusting, referring, booking, all the things. So I hope that this was helpful. Let me know what questions you'll have, and we'll definitely have to do more of these. Let me know that you watched. Text me the code word. Do not comment this code word. Text it to me. The code word is, what should the code word be? The code word is, I will not use a different brand's brushes at my appointment. Okay, it's a phrase. I pledge to not use a different brand's brushes at my appointment. That is what I want you to text me. And don't forget to do the thing on the back of your hand. Send me a picture of that too. And I love y'all. Have an amazing day, night, whatever.